do or do not know and follow me on Instagram, me and Dan are pregnant. We found out on his birthday, which was the 10th of September. So that was really cute. I basically took in the pregnancy test downstairs, told him to shut his eyes and put it in his hands. No one would have known this until I announced it on Instagram, but we had a miscarriage in June. We found out we were pregnant on Father's Day, another really cute day. And so that would have been, what was that like? This Sunday I don't even know what date that would have been. Maybe Sunday the Sunday the 16th. So we found out then, and then I started to bleed really lightly, nothing really major, at the beginning of last week in June, so the 24th. We're sort of panicking because it was obviously blood in any sort of pregnancy. I know people say it's normal with certain people, or it's normal in some cases, but it just didn't feel normal to me. So I just want to talk about this because not a lot of people do talk about miscarriage, especially in the early stages, because they think it's not relevant. It is relevant, and it affects people in different ways. Some people have multiple miscarriages. Luckily I haven't been through that, but 1 or 10, it's still heartbreaking. And when it's something that you've been trying for and really want, it's horrible. So I just want to talk about a little bit what happened. So I started bleeding at the beginning of the week. I then went to the doctors. They then referred me to the early pregnancy unit, I think for an early scan, and referred me over. I didn't hear. An hour felt like a lifetime. So I rang up, I think, the next morning after I'd been to the doctors and was like, can I ask when I'm going to get an appointment? And she said it could take anything up to 2 weeks. And I was just like, what? I was like I can't not know what's going on. So then I went to A&E. Some people won't agree with that, but when you're in that state of mind and you just want to know what's going on, you will do anything to be able to just find out something. So I went to A&E, I think it was the day after, that. I can't remember exactly days, weeks to say. I went to, sorry guys, my phone's going on. So I went to the doctors on the Tuesday, and then I think I went to A&E on the Thursday, and basically the lady that took I think she took my blood pressure and stuff like that, and made me do a wee sample because it was still showing I was pregnant. And then she rang up the early pregnancy unit. This was at a different hospital, and got me an appointment for the next day. So I actually think it was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that, because basically I then, on the day of the appointment, I had to go to the early pregnancy unit. I then had to go back on the Friday, so it must have been the Wednesday I went for the appointment. And they basically did a scan on my stomach and internally, and they couldn't see anything. Oh, I also went for a private scan as well, so, and she couldn't see anything. So they were all these things were going through my mind, had the baby already been absorbed and it was already sort of going to happen? Was it way too early to know what was going on? Or was it ectopic? Because that is another thing that can happen when they can't see anything because it's gone in the wrong place. So yeah, I went for that, then went to the hospital, and she scanned me externally, like I said, and internally, and they couldn't see anything. And then I had a blood test taken. Basically, I take a blood test to see if your HCG levels stay escalated or go down. So they took mine, and then you have to go back sort of like 24 hours later, no, 48 hours later. So I went on the Wednesday, had that done, and then went back on the Friday. And yeah, then they take another lot of blood, send them off, and just see how the levels vary. So I had to like go back like the morning on the Friday, they did it again, and then just sort of wait. But then by the time someone had actually rang me, they said they were going to ring me within like by the afternoon. I just didn't get any phone calls. I then rang them, and they just said, we're really sorry that the person who's meant to be ringing you has been with patients, which is fine. I understand that. I've worked for the NHS, I get that. But then when they did ring me, I'd already started to lose the baby, and there was just no sympathy there whatsoever. The lady who rang me was just very much blasé. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't crying or anything on the phone. I was really strong on the phone and really spoke to her normally, but they just don't offer you anything. I don't know obviously whether you are meant to say or go with, or you are meant to ask for it and go sort of go through what you want, but they just weren't very sympathetic. And then I think I sort of had a week off work or something, just to sort of like mentally like get myself like ready to sort of go back. But to be honest, I just sort of wanted to get back to normal. It wasn't easy, but I just thought and think in my head like that wasn't meant to be. And as awful as that is, and as horrible as it was, we're now obviously at the point we're at now, and don't get me wrong, this first 12 weeks have been the most like so long and scary 12 weeks of my life. But I think you just have to carry on and just hope that you will get there in the end, sort of thing. I just want to go through a few things, because me and Dan were trying for a little while before we actually fell pregnant the first time, and then obviously we fell pregnant in the September, so only a couple of months later, which I think as well is why it also was so scary, because it was so soon after it happened. So yeah, I just want to go through a few things that we sort of used before we were trying to conceive. No, not before, so when we were trying to conceive, and then sort of after the miscarriage, some things that I introduced to sort of try and help. So when sort of we started trying and then sort of nothing was happening, you do start to think oh, what's happening, what's going on, what's wrong with me, sort of thing, what's wrong with you both, you just don't know. So I bought a OVIA bracelet. Obviously there's loads of apps that you can use. Another app that I really liked to sort of track was OVIA, I think that's what it's called. So the app looks like that little yellow one. I don't know if you can see that, guys, that little yellow one there. That was the app I sort of used before I bought this OVIA bracelet. And that just sort of tracks your period, tells you sort of your most fertile days. You can put loads of different information into there, and tracks your periods and stuff. So that's a really good one if you don't want to have to buy something. But according to this bracelet and that app, the dates were a little bit different. So yeah, so got hiccups. So I purchased this secondhand. I joined a Facebook group for OVIA UK sort of members. This was, I can't remember what, or did I buy this off eBay? No, I didn't. I bought it off the Facebook site. So I joined the site. I'd seen quite a few things about this. I can't remember where I actually first saw this, but it looks a bit like a Apple Watch, but you wear it when you go to sleep. I think the minimum you have to wear it is 4 to 6 hours. Off the top of my head, I can't really remember, but I just used to put it on as soon as I was going to sleep, and then obviously take it off and put it into my app in the morning. So it's got all these sensors on the back. Sorry, it's really dirty, that's disgusting. It's got these sensors on the back, and it senses your temperature. What else does it sense? Well, it thinks I'm doing it now. So it's vibrating because it thinks I've put it on. So yeah, so you basically, you sync your bracelet to your app. So you download the app and you sync that to your bracelet. I've obviously got it on pregnancy mode now, but it basically just tracks your temperature, and because your basal body temperature is meant to sort of go up or down, I can't remember exactly what it is when you're fertile and like when you're meant to ovulate. So yeah, I just found this amazing. It sort of got my day sort of right, sort of from like, so basically the first month I started using this, I fell pregnant, and that's the baby that we lost. And then I carried on wearing this obviously after the miscarriage, and you can wear it as well in pregnancy, but I haven't really worn it, to be honest, while I've been pregnant this time. And then it tracks sort of like your heart rate and stuff what in pregnancy. But what was I even saying? Gone off track here. So yeah, it basically does a heart rate, breathing rate, your temperature, and sort of tracks how long you've slept for. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money. I think brand new, I'm going to say it's 200 and something pounds brand new. But I bought mine off a girl who had also got pregnant the same month she started wearing this. And I still keep in contact with her now because we call this the magic bracelet. And even though I lost a baby, this did work. I still did get pregnant. Even though we lost a baby, this did work for us. So I would definitely 100% recommend this. Obviously it is expensive, but fertility ovulation tests are expensive. So yeah, guys, if you are struggling, if you want to ask me any questions about this, please either follow me on Instagram, which is at Olivia J Fletcher X, or leave a comment down below and I'll answer any questions you've got about this. But this is the latest one. I think it's like OVIA 2 because they had an original one. But you sort of charge it overnight. So what I used to do is once I took it off in the morning, go and put it on charge. It comes with the charger and everything. But yeah, and obviously, like I say, you can track it in pregnancy as well. But I would highly recommend this. And I think it's been sort of tested by different sort of specialists and stuff like that. And I think it's an American brand. It started in America, but you can get them for the UK. And a lot of people, if you look on this AVA group, AVA UK is on Facebook, a lot of people do sell them secondhand, but I'm going to keep mine. So yeah, I definitely recommend that, guys, if you're struggling or need anything like that. And then that was the sort of only thing, and the other app that I was sort of using before we had the miscarriage. And then after we had the miscarriage, I started taking vitamins every day. So I was sort of looking, you can obviously get prenatal ones, or I started taking one that you're actually meant to take in pregnancy. So this is the vitamin that I started taking directly after the miscarriage. I just read on the My Vitamins reviews that a lady had actually been using these when she was trying for a baby. So I just thought, do you know what, I'm gonna take, like, really, what is the difference? Like taking something that you take during pregnancy to sort of help your baby develop, and something you take before. So yeah, these are really good. They smell, like, once you've opened them, they stink. They smell like fish, like, I'm not even gonna lie. And I would always take these with food. If you don't take them with food, they can make you feel a bit sick. So yeah, take them with food. Obviously, this is coming from my own experiences and things like that, guys. Like, I'm not medically trained or anything. I just thought I'd share what has helped us, because you sort of feel like you've hit a brick wall. And you just feel like when you've had a miscarriage, like, everything, is it something that I did? Like, did I do something wrong? Like, all that stuff goes through your head. So yeah, I definitely recommend them. They're really the only two actually bought things that we sort of used when sort of everything happened before. The only other thing I can sort of think that I did change is I stopped drinking as much after the miscarriage. I'm not saying like I drink a lot, but I just sort of would love like a can of like cocktail or something, and I'd have like a couple of them a week and stuff, and I just sort of tried to cut that down. And also eating breakfast, I just wasn't doing that, and I really struggled. Like, I was either in a rush, or I I just didn't fancy it because I can't really eat much in the morning, but I just sort of then made myself eat breakfast and try and eat a lot more good food, because I'm like, Dan can eat whatever he wants because he has a physical job and he goes to the gym and stuff. I like sit on my bum all day at my job. Well, I do take people around and stuff, but just try and eat as best you can. Like, I'm not saying like cut out every nice food under the sun, but yeah, just try your best to eat as much fruit and veg as possible and keep hydrated and stuff like that. So yeah, another thing I did was started eating more breakfast. So I'm just going to do a little update of like from 6, when did we find out? It must have been, yeah, about quite early on anyway, from sort of the beginning point to now. So I'm currently just over 13 weeks. Me and Dan, so we had an early scan booked last time, and bless the ladies at window to the room let us change it, and they said it was just an open appointment, like we could go back whenever we wanted, like as soon as we got pregnant again, just let them know and we could book in. So we went for a reassurance scan at about 7 weeks, and this is really, you can't really even tell. So obviously that's the yolk sac up there, it looks like a little alien head, and then the baby's like down there. So we went for that. That was just like really, because you obviously can't go for anything until 7 weeks. I think, is it 7 or 6, one or the other, with the early scans, that everything is a panic. Like if you've experienced like loss or anything like that before, even when you haven't, the first 12 weeks of pregnancy are so scary. So yeah, we went for that. And to be honest, I can't really off the top of my head think how I was feeling at like 6 to like 8 weeks. I just remember sort of feeling every so often like quite nauseous. I had like the odd headache. I was sick in my car. Me and my mum, I think it was because I've been rushing about, but I haven't actually had that much morning sickness. I've had a lot of nausea, but not too much morning sickness. But me and my mum, I went to pick my mum up quite early in the morning from her car service. We went to go to a retail park, pulled up at Marks and Spencer's. I just was like, I feel really sick. She had a dress in a bag that she was taking back. She got the bag out and I was just sick in the bag, and bless her, she ran into M&S and got some tissues and wipes and stuff. But that's really the only time, and I think that was just from rushing around. And then sort of when I got to about 9-10 weeks, I didn't feel a thing. Like, I just didn't feel pregnant anymore. Like my boobs didn't hurt, like I wasn't really feeling as sick, like all stuff like that. And obviously that's a panic. You just think, oh, like something's happening, like I don't really understand. So Dan was like, do you want to go for another scan, like just for reassurance? And we'd already had 2 scans before 12 weeks. And this is a scan of the baby at about 10 weeks. All I'd say, guys, if you feel like you want to go for 20 scans and that's like, that will make you feel better, then do it. I don't think like that people probably think, oh, like just wait till 12 weeks, but you know in your own body and head how you're feeling, so go for as many scans as you want. That's all I said. That's what we did. And baby was absolutely fine. So, and then obviously when we got to the 12-week one, which was last week, baby is absolutely fine. We've got about, I think we've got about 5 pictures in total because we wanted to give some to our family. So that's all the, oh, and there's one of the head. My mum keeps saying this looks like a bubble. I believe it's its hand. So yeah, I haven't obviously said this because I am a first time mum. I don't have any other children. Dan doesn't have any other children. So yeah, it's even more scary for us. Yeah, to be fair, guys, feelings wise, I've been really, I mean, I don't know if this is a craving because I really like pickle anyway, but I can't stop eating Branston pickle. Like, not as in out of the jar, that's disgusting, but like cheese and crackers with Branston pickle and salt and vinegar McCoys, I've got a massive obsession with at the minute. But yeah, like I just wanted to do this video just in case there's anybody else out there that has had a loss, which I know it's like 1 in 3 pregnancies end in loss. So it is scary, and the first 12 weeks are really scary. So yeah, I just wanted to sort of go through that and just give sort of recommendations of what we've done to sort of try and help people. I also, guys, ordered this little pregnancy journal because I just thought it'd be really cute for like documenting everything, sort of what we've been doing and that. It's from a company called Mama Journals, and I was looking for one, and this was quite expensive, but the stuff that was in here I just much preferred to some of the other ones I saw on Amazon and stuff, and the ones on Amazon were really American, so I wanted one that was like buying like an English brand that's sort of, because obviously our sort of healthcare systems and stuff are very different. So yeah, it just says like food, some loving and hating, appointments, like your scans, what you're going to have for dinner, what you're going to do, something. Oh, that was someone putting something through the letterbox. Like something you're going to do nice for yourself this week, the size of your baby. Like, so it starts from week 8. And especially for like your first baby, I just think everything's like so new. Like you just want to like do cute stuff like this. So yeah, like I just put down like everything like that I've done and stuff. I'm gonna put like scan pictures, like the early scan pictures and everything in there. And then what else has it got? Like birth details and everything like that. It's just really cute little book, and you get a little sort of like bookmark so you know sort of where you are. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I'll do a video on that just to sort of like completely go through like doing a journal of your pregnancy. But yeah, guys, I don't think I've really got anything else to sort of update about the pregnancy. Like, I'm not really feeling too different, so my boobs aren't really hurting and stuff. We are gonna find out the gender, so we're gonna do a gender reveal party we're going to go for an early gender scan, so we're going to go at 16 weeks, which is the 30th of November. And then we're going to have a gender reveal on the 1st of December, so we're going to film that. And then our actual like 20-week scan is on the 23rd of December, which is quite cute, but obviously it was so close to Christmas that we couldn't really do a gender reveal. So yeah, we're going to do that. And it's just all really exciting. So there'll be a lot more sort of like baby pregnancy videos to come, and like we can just go through this journey together. And if there's any first time mums out there that are sort of like going through the same journey, I would love to speak to you and just like get to know like how like both of us are like getting on and stuff like that. So yeah, if you've got any like questions or you just want to say hi, please comment in the comment box below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more of my videos, please press the subscribe button and like this video if you enjoyed it. I need to stop saying but yeah, guys, I'm really excited to share this journey with you, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Where you